What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All Things Super. I am one of your hosts, Spider, and I'm joined by Mr. VIP Frankie Washington. How are you doing today, sir?
I am infinitely awesome as awesome can be. Thank you for asking, sir. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. We are back with another fun-filled episode, but if you saw the thumbnail, you already know what this is. We're back with another trailer reaction. We're about to get into it.
Goddamn right we are. Goddamn right we are. Man, it came back to back. Look at that.
But if you don't know what this is All Things Super, where every week we take a bit of superpower, TV, movie, even trailers. We watch them, we react to them, we break them down, we review them, and we ask the question, is it super?
Is it?
Is it?
Possibly. Potentially. Is it?
Maybe. We'll find out. But if you like that, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes that come out. If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on any of your major podcast streaming platforms. And if you want to join in on the conversation, just tweet at us at ATSuperPod.
And we like reading the comments.
We like reading the comments.
Was that a little John Cena hand that you was doing right?
It was supposed to be reading, but I didn't want to be like that.
You can't see these comments.
If I would just open up a book and like,
yeah, they would have got it. Not on audio though. They would have got it that way.
What are they talking about? Watch the video.
Exactly. Well, or enjoy the audible. It's
or
okay.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here we go. We're back again.
We're back again.
Hey, so here's the thing. You said if they clicked onto the thumbnail, they saw what they were getting reviewed on, right? But if the audio, how is that set up? Is there a thumbnail on the audio too?
Yeah, most of them have a thumbnail. Only the ones where if I can't fit an image into the artwork, then there won't be a thumbnail. But there's still a title of the episode, so
they're curious.
Still know. Yeah,
they gotta be curious. I mean, you clicked it, so
yeah.
Here you
so
are.
You are here
either for the first time, or you like us and you're here again. Either way, thank you for clicking.
We're happy to have you. But this episode, we are reacting to the brand new trailer for the Fast X film.
Fast X, is that what we're calling it?
That's what it is. Fast X. Either
it's not Fast 10.
Is it Fast 10?
It's the 10th one.
It is the Fast 10. it is the 10th one, yeah.
So let's just talk about this real fast. I mean, we had the Fast and the Furious, then we had Too Fast, Too Furious, then we had
the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, that was 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And then we came back with like
Fast and Furious. No, it was Fast and Furious. They dropped the thes, and now it's just Fast and Furious.
That's confusing. So one of them was like, I know there was F5.
Yeah.
Which was probably one of the best ones out of the franchise.
Fast 5, actually. It was Fast 5.
Fast 5, but still, there was no more Furious in it. We were just Fast.
Just Fast.
But then we came back, and then we was Furious.
What was 6? Was 6 just Fast and Furious 6?
No, it had to be like the Furious something.
No, because 7 was Furious 7, wasn't it?
No, it was like the Fate of the Furious.
That was 8.
Oh, these names! Like, what are we doing? So now we're.
It was Fast and Furious 6. That's what it was.
Okay, so now we're at F10.
Fast 10.
Yes.
Either Fast 10 or Fast X.
We're not Furious anymore. We calm down.
The last time we were Furious was in 8. That's the last time we were Furious.
So we're no longer Furious. We're just Fast.
We're just Fast.
Oh, okay. So
the furiousness comes in waves because sometimes we're furious, sometimes we're not. We were furious for 3 movies in a row because 6, 7, and 8 all have furious in it.
See what happens when you get like counseling? You calm down.
He's a father now. He has to calm his anger. He has to watch his temper.
You see Dominic Toretto in like cargo pants with a stroller.
with the high tube socks and the New Balance.
Hey, now we're getting furious. I'm a new dad. It's all about family. So let's just, before we get into this trailer, and it's coming, guys, I promise. What are we expecting to happen here? I mean, in the last one, we went to space.
We did.
We went to space. We shot a submarine. We jumped the submarine.
Mm-hmm.
Previous movies, we jumped off buildings. We shot a charger out of the front of a plane. We've thrown cars off buildings. We ran next to a train and drove it off a cliff. This is all in previous movies. We drug a safe through a city.
Yeah.
Can they top what they've done thus far? I mean,
I said this when
time travel.
That exactly, because after Fast 8 came out and they started magnetizing cars and having robot cars and the cars suicide cars, I was like, the only way they could top this is to go to space. I was like, that's it. They got to build a rocket and they got to go to space. F9, they built a rocket, they went to space. The only thing they have left to do is time travel. That's literally it. Either that or they just become full-fledged superheroes and they have superpowers. Those are the only two directions that they can go at this point.
And we got to use Hobbs and Shaw as canon because it is in the F Furious Fast franchise.
The F and F franchise.
They already have cybernetic enhancement on Idris Elba's character.
Right.
So is that going to spill over into this? I mean, are we going to get the answer to Mr. Nobody?
That was in England. That was on the other side of the world. They ain't made it to the States yet.
But again, we're in the FF franchise.
Yeah.
We go different places. I mean, last time they were in Dubai. Then they've, London.
When they found Han, they found Han in Japan, Tokyo.
Yeah, still didn't make sense how he survived, and hey, okay.
I don't know.
We just gonna take away that whole character arc and just alive the whole time, and Dom knew about it. So family. I'm excited about this. I want to see where we're going.
From the first movie, from the very first movie, they were keeping secrets from each other. That's if they've done nothing else other than talk about family, it's they keep secrets from each other.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Paul Walker. He came in. He was an undercover cop. He didn't tell Toretto initially, and then as he does, he pulls you in, and you become a part of his crew. I guess if he respects you enough, you can become family. We saw the same thing happen in Cuba when he raced the other guy in the honor of his cousin to try to save his car. He won the race, didn't take the car, got the respect, and that guy ended up helping him later on in the same movie.
Right.
So is that just, it's a Toretto thing, I guess, right?
You prove yourself to me that I can trust you, then you cool.
How did he do that again? Didn't he try to kill him in the race?
He did.
If you try to kill me and you don't succeed, you're family. If you do succeed, I guess not. I guess you're just a victor of the fight.
Nobody can kill Dominic Toretto. Dominic can't die.
Death cannot take Dominic Toretto. The dude had more brushes with death than any James Bond episode ever.
It wasn't even a brush with death. When he wrecked his car to launch himself over the bridge to catch Letty, that's the moment, because that was in 4. That was the moment that I realized, I was like, none of this shit matters anymore. Like, nothing else that they do in a movie matters.
And it was an awesome scene, though. I love the scene.
It was a great scene.
I really love the scene. Now, here's the reveal. Let's just go ahead and say he is superhuman, right? And he was experimented on at a lab.
While he was in jail or something.
That will at least define how he's able to do all the things that he's able to do.
In Fast and Furious 4, when he was like, he went to the scene of the accident, where like, he was able to see.
Use Toretto vision.
No, now that was the moment I was like, this dude is he's not human. It's just, everything is ridiculous. Not even Batman can do that.
Oh my God.
This ridiculous.
Dude has to be on something, and I don't know what it is. He's on a limitless pill, and he regenerates. It doesn't matter. He got shot in the one with The Rock.
Yeah,
and just kind of brush that off.
And what wasn't it in the last one? They had like 30 dudes like trying to get after them, and he was like literally just holding them back.
Yeah, it's gotten to a point now. It's just we need some explanation. He's able to hold his breath for like incredible amounts of time.
Exactly.
He's a super soldier. You cannot deny this at this point in time.
What was that movie that he was in? Bloodsport? Bloodshot?
Bloodsport. The bloody tampon. I don't remember what it was.
Why would you say that?
I thought blood, I thought something to catch it.
Out of all the things that you could say, why would you say that?
Because sanitary pads are important, man. Don't deny them.
Yeah, they are, but still, that's not what we're referencing to. Bloodshot.
There it is. I was close. I was in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
I got the blood
right.
I'm excited about this. I want to see where they're going. Listen, here's my prediction, and I've said this to you like 1,000 times, and you can correct me if I'm wrong because I normally am, and I'm okay with that. There's no way we don't end this saga and find out that Dominic Toretto's dad's alive. That's just, I mean, it has to come full circle. It was about his dad dying. The last movie, we got a flashback about a brother that we didn't even know we had. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a sister we didn't know we had all of a sudden. You know, us as the audience, we didn't know because he never talked about his brother any other time. And I'm okay with the big reveal, I guess. I don't think it really fit in the narrative.
But not even Mia talking about him. Like,
yeah, it's just a retcon.
I don't know.
I gotta be honest. The last one probably was not one of the favorite ones for me. F9. You have somebody like Charlize Theron in it. She's barely in the movie. We still got to catch her. The storyline just kind of feel like it went off the rails. You know, we had Taj and Raj in space. Next thing you know, the next scene they're at the barbecue. Like, come on, man. There's no legal ramifications at all.
Right.
Mr. Nobody is not around, so it's not like he can just kind of smooth it over. We're all over the
unless
place.
he's smoothing it over behind the scenes, but I don't know.
Well, he's missing. That's the question. Are we going to find out where he is? Because he's MIA. Are we going to see? This is the last one, right? This is 10, or are they doing 11?
I honestly don't know.
If this makes $1 billion, I can guarantee it's doing 11.
Absolutely going to do another one.
But the thing about it is, are we going to get Dwayne Johnson back in the role that he was meant to play?
No.
That's one thing I got to say about The Rock, man. When he's done with something, he's done with it. He walks away from it and he doesn't look back. Plus, he got a new jungle movie that he's going to do.
Man cannot stay out of the jungle.
That's where he is. That's his career. He's the jungle. He's a jungle guy.
That's why Black Adam didn't do well. No jungle.
Because it wasn't in the He's not the desert man. He's the jungle man. All that sand around him. He hasn't been the Scorpion King since so long. Scorpion King moved on to the jungle. Greener pastures. That's what he needs, the jungle. Didn't the Jungle Cruise do like $1 billion?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, the man needs a jungle. Or a different planet with a jungle setting on it. I don't know. That's disappointing though, because I really wanted. He's really good in this role. He plays Hobbs like no other. I can't imagine anybody else being in that role. Um, and if they don't conclude it with him, it is going to be disappointing. But I
Yeah.
guess we'll see. I don't know. Do we have the same writer, same director?
For this one, then the last one.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll check in a second. But Jungle Cruise did far from 1 billion. Jungle Cruise only did 220 million worldwide.
It's not enough jungle.
Not enough jungle.
It's too much. Too much jungle. Not enough jungle. Not enough rock. Need to rock to punch a tree.
Just going around punching trees.
I would watch that. No catchphrase needed. Just tree punching, knocking down trees. I think they're doing the San Andreas. Not San Andreas. What was the disaster movie that he did?
Yeah, it was San Andreas.
San Andreas. They're doing a sequel to that.
Not the same director. Justin Lin directed F9, but he also wrote it. And F10 or Fast 10 is going to be directed by Louis Leterrier.
Well, that's the first time I heard that name.
He also directed The Transporter. He directed Unleashed with Jet Li.
Ooh. Both of those movies have a nice pacing.
He also directed Now You See Me and The Incredible Hulk.
Which Incredible Hulk?
The Incredible Hulk, the one with Edward Norton.
You know what? All those are great additions to have on your catalog.
Yeah. And you know what all of them have? They have like these very well shot, very well paced action sequences.
I'm excited now. Now I need him to do it in 11. That's not a bad director though, because all of those movies that you named does have nice pacing action scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Not crappy camera work. You can follow the scene, and The Transporter by itself, man, come on.
That first Transporter was something.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
That is a classic. I could watch that today.
I used to have it on DVD.
Okay, now you're aging yourself.
Look. Well, we're getting beside the point. We're getting on a tangent, but you know, you got to know that when you come to this is what you're gonna get. But anyway, we are going to check out this trailer for Fast 10.
Let's go.
I know that this road has been very hard, and yet here you are.
Who's this?
This magnificent family.
Oh, that gotta
be the mom.
Ahead of you.
Something little piece of it. He said, Dad, they're not afraid of anything. But I'm afraid of losing someone I love.
Okay.
I still don't like that they named the child Brian.
Why does his son look like the Rock's kid? Is that?
Jason Momoa.
I didn't know he was in this.
I think Brie Larson is supposed to be in this one too.
Oh, nice. They got something coming back.
So they retconning that he was in it. Oh, that was his dad.
I'm gonna break yours. Peace.
All right.
Peace.
We're gonna fight in the Coliseum.
He needs something to punch. What is going on?
He's coming for you with everything.
Yeah, there she is.
I'm not sure anymore.
In the back.
And they call him John.
Not come back from this. But we have to fight.
Somebody gonna die.
Well, it's 10. So, okay.
He gave him the attitude adjustment through the floor.
What? Yes, sir.
Winning used to be about winning.
Remember, it used to be about street racing.
They got to bring it back to the streets at some point.
That's the problem with having such a big family. How do you choose the ones you save?
Let's race.
Here we go.
Now this is Mad Max.
All right,
Sean's
Jason's
back.
back. Here we go.
It's showtime. Here we go.
Game recognizes game.
Bro.
I'm coming for you, son.
There he is.
And you gonna drive away
I don't
with?
know how it's physically possible, but okay.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh my god.
Oh! You know what? Yes to all of it. Yes to
Oh
all
my
of
god.
it. Oh, what is this?
Nay.
Right now.
Oh my god.
Crazy. This is trailer, my guys. This is trailer. Yes. I love the callbacks. The callbacks, the callbacks, the callbacks. I just said it. Five like one of the best ones.
Yeah.
So the fact that they call back for five, and now they're bringing those full circle. Yeah, I don't know what the story was, cast up, but you know, that works. And with the elements, I didn't know Jason was in this one.
I didn't either. Maybe I saw that somewhere and just forgot about it. Honestly, I don't ever remember seeing anything about that.
Pleasant surprise. You know, and the fact of
But we're supposed to just believe that we just happen to miss all of this.
well, the angle when they showed it, we never looked back there to see if somebody was there.
I
You know, we were
suppose.
busy
Yeah.
trying to get the safe.
Right.
So it makes sense. But then if you're saying he was in the car
He
and
was
he got
driving.
yeah, we just did not see it because the camera did not show it. He's not saying he wasn't there; he was there.
Okay.
And then Brie Larson's there.
So what role do you think she's playing?
Where Brie is at.
Is she in the look, you're gonna need to put your infatuation aside for a second.
Well, I think she's clearly working with Cypher. That's my thoughts. I think she's working with Cypher, and I could be wrong, but I doubt it. But I don't think we're going to get the end of Cypher in this either. Just from what they're showing and how they saved her for like the last end of the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on with her to deal with her. There's a lot going on with Jason Momoa's character to have enough room to deal with Cypher. And Cypher is already a threat. So at some point she's going to have to get dealt with.
But
Before he can get to her,
yeah,
he's going to have to deal with Jason. So this can't be the last one. If they do it that way, then it's going to feel rushed. And
it's gonna feel like
you
they
know,
crammed too much into one.
exactly. I mean, we got John Cena in this thing doing what John Cena does best. Attitude adjusting guys. You got Jason back doing what he does best, which is kicking the crap out of everybody he sees.
I need another Jason Statham movie. I need another Jason Statham action movie that's not straight to Netflix.
Would you like to see him going back to the transporter?
If the story was good enough, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's his thing, right? He
I mean,
made
just
it
that,
iconic.
yeah, just that whole like John Wick style action, but it's like Jason Statham was more hand-to-hand combat than like gunplay.
Definitely. This right here.
Just physically,
Look.
that shouldn't even work.
When he dropped the car onto the car and it looked like the Matrix when the agent dropped on.
Yeah.
Look, Fast and Furious, I'm not gonna lie. I got a lot of shit from a lot of people from Fast and the Furious because it's one of those movies, it's an adrenaline movie.
Mm-hmm.
You turn your brain off, you say, let's go. And you're there for it. Now, the last one, I'm not gonna lie, the last one was kind of all over the place for me personally. But I've defended it for the longest because it's a good time. It's fast cars, it's explosions. I'm surprised they don't have Michael Bay directing one at some given point in time.
Don't say
because
that.
It's
don't
right
don't,
up
don't
his
say
alley.
that.
Well,
I just feel like he would just make it worse some kind of way.
He's not going to put a transformer in it.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Dom start driving Bumblebee.
Nah, don't do that. This franchise has been clearly on Chargers, and I am a Charger head. I love Dodge Chargers, and I like to see them put those Chargers in play. I'm gonna go ahead and say something, and it's gonna be a little controversial. I miss Paul Walker. I just do.
Absolutely.
One of the biggest joys of this franchise as well, with Van Diesel. But
I feel like Paul was a really good balance between like the stoicism that was Vin Diesel, and then by the time they brought Tyrese in, and Tyrese was just like the comic relief, so everything he said had to make a joke. But it was like Paul Walker was that balance between the two, because he could be serious and deliver the dramatic lines, but then he could still make a joke and it still be funny. Like, so like still had that like little that sense of humor. And it's like nobody else in the movies, no other characters have that balance. Ludacris has it a little bit, but he's still more on like the Tyrese side. Like he has his tech lingo that he goes into for that, but now we got Ramsey doing that too. But like nobody had that role down for this series like Paul Walker did.
Again, he was one of the guys that's an OG Fast and Furious pioneer. And so it's great that they can carry the story on, but I cannot say that every movie without him, you do feel like he's missing.
Right.
He's a part of the family, and rightfully so. Is that Brie Larson that's in that? No, that's not her.
No. I
thought we was going to see Brie Larson drive.
We might.
I just might not have shown it in a movie like 10 seconds ago.
But so what I'm saying is, like you said, Cypher is a threat that's going to have to be dealt with. But so are you saying that Brie Larson is probably working with Cypher? Is she coming to them to warn them about Jason Momoa's character? Like, what would be the purpose for that? If Cypher still wanted to get back at Dom and the rest of them, wouldn't she just let him? Let Jason Momoa just get at him and do whatever he needs to do, take them out of the way for her?
I think, and this is just going by the trailer, I think Cypher's sick. And it clearly looks like she was trying to...
She needs the magical Toretto blood?
She needs something. Hey, it's so interesting that they have Michelle Rodriguez, which I've been a fan of hers since Girl Fight, so let you know what's going on with me and that obsession. Every movie, she has been consistently screaming out Dom. Every I think if it's not in the script, she ad-libs it. And I'm thankful for this, because when your life is on the line, you need someone to scream your name to distract you enough to say, let me just get this right. What's the one when they had the tanker that was rolling over and she was like,
that was in
right
4.
next to her. He just ignored the shit out of her. It's like, I'm so used to it. You can tell they were married right there. I knew they were married right there. It's like the way he ignored her is like, yeah, they're married.
He's like, don't you know I got this?
Do he though? Of course he does. When
Of course
doesn't he have it?
He always.
He drove off a mountain and caught a bridge and slammed into a mountain, tumbled about as many times as that safe did, and they lived. They survived that. So, you know,
The turn to catch the rope in the wheel well, and that's just enough. Not worried about the axle, not worried about the rotors. Just that's enough to just hold it in place and just swing it across the cavern.
I went through a binge watch of the Fast and Furious franchise. And if you ever do a chance to binge watch it, you will realize that Dominic Toretto is a genius. He's a genius, and there's just nothing that he cannot do. Everyone falls in line underneath his leadership. They don't question it. They just say, if Dom's in, we're in, and everything is going to be all right. Even in 9, they play with the idea. even in 9, Tyrese played with the idea, like, how are we able to survive this stuff? You know, and he even got the audience like, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he was literally standing in a room, literally getting shot at from every perceivable angle, and he still lived.
Oh my God. Like I said, turn your brain off, buckle your seatbelt, and get ready for a high adrenaline junkie ride. Because remember when it was just about racing? We're come so far away from that. Now, here's the thing. I'm watching this trailer, and it feels like we got two different movies going on. We got definitely a separation of some sort, right? Because we got John Cena in the desert,
right?
We got John Cena in a house, and he's asking Dom what's the play, what's the move, and this is over comms. So I don't even think they're in the same area. Somehow Jason Momoa was able to kidnap Toretto's kid. That's always a horrible move.
Right.
And then nowhere around do I see the rest of the team. Except for that shot with Letty. But nowhere else around I see them together. So I think we have branching storylines going on.
Well, I mean, yeah.
What are we going towards? What are we going against? I don't know.
Didn't Cypher get away at the end of F9 because she was on the jet?
You're
right?
Absolutely correct. She got away. They blew up the jet, but she wasn't even in it. She was remotely piloting it because she's a genius. And it'd be interesting if that's his sister.
Oh, the woman that was just talking?
No, Cypher.
Oh.
The show's about family. The show is about family.
I hope not.
And then Cypher is working for Toretto's dad. Listen, anything can happen in this franchise. Anything can happen. Universal is not afraid to say, why not?
Because, like you say, it's fun. It's one of those movies that's never taken itself too seriously. I think after 3, where you had what was the character's name? Lucas, I think. Where you had like him having like troubles at home and with school and like dealing with the relationship with his dad and all this other kind of stuff. Like this heartwarming story of him like becoming part of this community. I think after that, they were like, you know what? Let's try something new. Let's kind of like ditch the story and let's focus on the action. Let's focus on the racing. And that's what they did. And that's when you started bringing in, all of these explosive scenes. You bringing in The Rock, you bringing in Jason Statham, and then you get here.
Oh my God. They are not bringing it. They're bringing it. It's so sad that The Rock's not in it because he would probably have brought it too. Like I said, he was meant to play the role, but the show has to go on. You got
John Cena now. You got your other former wrestler turned actor.
Wouldn't it have been awesome if you'd had a scene with John Cena and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on this movie, just wouldn't have to even say anything to each other, just kind of look at each other.
Mm-hmm.
That right there would have made $1 billion. I don't know if that rivalry is still real or not, but it definitely worked when they were in the WWE.
Oh, absolutely. And John talked
This
all
looks
that.
like it's
John talked all that shit about The Rock leaving to go become an actor, and then he went behind him and did the same thing.
I saw an interview where he talked about that. He said he didn't know. He said he was very misinformed.
He's like, I didn't realize.
And
I didn't understand.
yeah, the interviewer asked him, "Do you feel like he's a hypocrite now?" He's like, "No, no," and he shouldn't. He did what he needed to do to promote shows,
Yeah.
and he did what he needed to do to preserve his career. I mean, everyone talks about wrestling and how scripted it is. You're not scripting gravity, and that takes a toll. The ones that decide to transition on into acting, I'm thankful for it, because not all one guys are one thing. So I enjoy The Rock's movies. I enjoy John Cena's movies. I enjoy action movies, adrenaline rushes, and see where else are you going to see something like this?
Nowhere. Absolutely
I
nowhere.
am sad when this franchise ends, because here's the thing: as crazy as it is, you got to have cojones to take it over the top like this. I don't want to see just the normal stuff. The stuff that we're seeing in the trailer, I'm hoping that everything's not in the trailer, because this was an action-packed trailer.
Yeah.
So don't give it all to me in the trailer. I want to see it on the screen, and I want to be like blown away. I hope they didn't blow their whole load on the trailer. That's all I'm saying.
Because this is longer than, this is almost 4 minutes long. That's a lot longer than your average trailer is.
And this is the first one.
Right.
So they usually try to build up. But if they're doing this now,
and I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Well, yeah, the background, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm wondering why they decided not to save this for the Super Bowl.
Hey man, those Super Bowl ads get real pricey. But
you got a multi-billion-dollar franchise. I think they can afford the Super Bowl spot.
That's not to say that they won't play it at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but everybody have seen it by then.
When is the date of the Super Bowl?
Sunday.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. You got to watch the bowl to see if they'll squeeze it in there. But
I doubt
exclusively here on All Things Super, you got your first trailer for Fast 10, Fast X, XX, baby. And we got it before the Super Bowl. So how about that? All of that's official.
Yeah.
If you see it at the Super Bowl, we had it first. What are you thinking? You thinking this a wild ride or what?
No, it's absolutely going to be a wild ride. I only have 2 questions as far as this movie is concerned. One, will we see another MMA fighter in the movie? Because for the last 4 movies, we've had an MMA fighter in a movie. So will we get another one?
Who are you talking about?
Because you had Ronda Rousey.
She was. She was.
Gina Carano. Who else? You had I forget the guy's name, but he was the one in F9, the SWAT dude that they blew outside of the back of the armored truck. He was an MMA fighter, but I forget his name.
He's not an MMA fighter. He's a martial arts master. Tony Jaa.
No, not him. I'm talking. He wasn't in Fast 9. Tony Jaa was in 6.
Oh, okay.
No, Tony Jaa was in 7. Yeah, because 7 was Paul Walker's last one. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the one
for real.
Yeah, no, Tony Jaa is like a tiny Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee was already small. But no, I'm talking about
the flying around, kneeing people in the face.
that Muay Thai is dangerous. And we see that Cypher is using Muay Thai.
Right? She probably learned from Tony Jaa.
She did hire them. They were working for her. But my second question is,
make it make sense.
Who beat her up?
Who beat up Cypher?
Yes. Because obviously they're laying on the table before they start fighting, and her face is already jacked up.
I think that was just some dirt. You don't
wasn't
put
dirt.
hands on Cypher.
Obviously Michelle Rodriguez is.
I don't think she'd go win that fight.
I don't either. Michelle Letty has a reputation of getting her ass kicked in these movies.
Not in the other one when she need a guy out the window.
Against women. I'll put it that way. She get her ass kicked against women.
Yeah, that's true. She did, because Ronda Rousey kind of definitely was kicking her ass. I mean, it is Ronda Rousey though, so
right.
Don't sleep on the ass kick. You go get your ass kicked. You go into that fight knowing that you go get your ass kicked. The question is, how bad are you going to get it kicked?
Right.
So are we saying that Reyes, not this guy, I forgot his name. I thought it was Reyes. Was that not his money? Was it Jason Momoa's money?
I think
that's what he said. You saying you don't know who you took it from.
Yeah, but I think that's his son.
You think that's his dad?
Yeah, I think that what was his name?
This is the only part that I hate about this movie, that they destroy the shit out of these charges. Man, I love the Chargers. And they be putting these Chargers through hell, man.
Yeah,
and it's so funny because Toretto always have money. He always has money, so at some point, like he just gets a new one. Like every movie has a new one.
That's why he always working on it, because he got to build it back to what he had it before.
Makes you wonder what he did before the even first one, because he was working on one then. What happened to the first one?
Okay, that was Alan Richardson.
Who was?
The guy on the bridge, when they showed a scene that was saying, "Oh, Jason Momoa was the one that was in the car." There's a guy that hops up and he like fires a gun, and that's Alan Richardson. I don't remember what a scene. It's like a real quick scene. We probably already passed it up, yeah. But Alan Richardson played Reacher. I don't know if you watch Reacher.
I seen the trailer. And man, there's a lot of S. You know what's so interesting about that scene with Brie Larson kicking ass?
What's that?
She looked like she came straight out of a Marvel movie. She came straight out of Captain Marvel, because she had a leather jacket on there too. It looked like the same jacket.
Oh,
that's it. That's all I'm getting from that.
Okay.
Like, there's no physical possible way that could happen, and you just drive off.
No, absolutely not. Your suspension would be wrecked. You mean to tell me you have two inflatable tires that dropped on two engines, and neither one of those tires went flat?
Those are military grade tires. She does look like she's giving the whoop on. I don't know who would. But also, only hit that face. That's not a face for hitting. That's a face for kissing.
If you look at like the upper level, because we saw that they were being watched, they were being observed while they were on the tables.
Mm-hmm.
They're all dead.
Damn. Go ahead, Eagle Eye Spider.
So
I didn't see that at all.
And I don't know if this is blood or this is just a reflection from the lights that are up there. No, I think those are reflections. But basically, like, is somebody coming to break them out, or somebody had to do something up there if they were in the observation area down at the bottom?
Maybe they're laying down so they could see more.
No. I think they have a pretty good angle from where they are up here.
They're alive in that scene, but clearly they got shot. Nice. Hey man, I'm ready for it.
Yeah, May 19th.
Are we gonna get answers though? Are we
Answers to
abandoning
what?
the Mr. Nobody storyline?
Probably.
Because we're not addressing Mr. Nobody's missing in this at all.
Well, I don't think they're going to address it in
God's eye.
I don't think they're going to address it in the trailer. They may mention him in the movie.
Perhaps maybe he could show up on like comms or something, or radio or something, and say, "Hey, I'm okay." That was a big unanswered question.
But I mean, they did say that, they say that he, like his job is to disappear. So if just him going missing, dropping off the face of the earth.
I think to conclude this right, they're going to have to repair that relationship with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Not saying it's a must, but I think that they're going to, for the fans, it's like the epitome of Hugh Jackman coming back to play Wolverine. Like, for the fans, he should come back and play Hobbs.
I don't see it happening.
Like I said in the beginning of this video, when he turns his back on something, it's like walking away with an explosion behind you. You don't turn around and look. You just keep walking and watch that devastation just all behind you. But as a real fan of the franchise, I mean, I'm not going to say that his movies weren't doing okay before, but when he signed on to do this Fast and franchise movie, his stardom shot through the roof. It just did. And when they do the last one, because I don't think this is going to be the last one. Like I said, they're going to have to deal with Cypher.
That was it. That's Alan Ritchson.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is Reacher. I think we have the same watch.
That fool's got the eagle eye.
I don't like that haircut on Ramsey. Her curls are just too nice to chop it off. It looked like Edward Scissorhands gave her that haircut. That's the only gripe I have about the movie. That's it.
Just that one?
Just that whole, that's it. It's kind of like seeing Woody Harrelson in that curly wig.
It's not that bad. Her hair is not that bad. Absolutely not.
It's on par with that wig.
No, nothing is on par with that wig.
Just way too nice to have. What, I don't even know what's going on. Who okayed that?
Same person that okayed Charlize Theron to have dreadlocks and then have that awful bowl cut last movie.
Hey,
he looked like.
You're right.
He looked like. You remember Dumb Rick, Idiot Rick, in his.
Yes. With the bow.
That's what her hair looked like in Fast 9.
It looked like Mo from the Three Stooges.
Exactly.
Oh man.
But no, I'm excited. I am looking forward to it. Like you said, it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a blast. There's going to be a lot of ridiculous nonsense, just like what we're watching here. But it's going to be fun. And at some point, there's going to be a little bit of a story in there somewhere that's going to progress our characters from point A to point B.
Sprinkle in story, not too much.
Right, not too much.
Explosions.
You're starting to get too serious. Somebody go spin your tires for about 20 seconds. You
know what? When they get home, I want to see the property damage bill somewhere. They devastate cities, man.
They do.
They just do. Now, here's the thing. Here's the question, right? Here's a real question. Are we going to see Dominic Toretto mom drive away in a muscle car?
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's only right. It's only right that she had, she probably got the SS. She probably is driving that SS. And somewhere along the line, we deem Michelle Rodriguez character Letty to not drive cars anymore. She just
only on
bikes.
motorcycles.
She's only on motorcycles now. The last 3 movies she's been in a motorcycle.
The last
That's her thing
time,
now.
the last time she drove a car was when they went back to Race Wars, and she had that drag race, and she got spooked after she won, and everybody was trying to congratulate
I
her.
think since her accident, she doesn't drive cars anymore. That's what it is. Because even after that accident, when she was in the following movie, she was with the team. She had a car, but she wasn't really racing. She did one race, but it was more like a love chase. When she shot him.
She drove in Furious 7 when they were playing hot potato with Ramsey. And
wasn't she on a bike then too?
No, they were in a car. Because remember they were in the smoke and they did like their little turning thing. And Ramsey went from one car to the other one. She was driving in.
These movies are a good time, man.
They are a good time.
I cannot deny that. They're a good time. Grab your popcorn, get your soda, maybe some candy. Save Me a Seat, May 19th, Fast 10. Dominic Toretto meets his father again for the 10th time. Maybe not. You know what? Maybe not. But maybe so.
I don't think so.
I see this franchise not ending on a high note. It has to.
Well, we'll find out May 19th.
I want to see Fast and Furious like 30 when Toretto was like in a wheelchair. And it's Nas on a wheelchair.
He got Nas on one of those one of those vans that you gotta like hit the ramp and go put your wheelchair in.
Oh my god!
But Nas on the hover would be hilarious.
Why not? I live a quarter mile at a time. I live my life a quarter mile at a time on the hover round.
It's a long quarter mile.
Listen, the fact that he got dropped off in that military chopper, he has to have connections with Mr. Nobody still.
Either with Mr. Nobody or with Cypher. Like you said.
Wow.
You said, Brie Larson is working with Cypher and she's the one coming to warn them. Maybe they have like some of her resources.
Could you be so wanting to take a guy down yourself, you warn him about an imminent danger that's coming your way just so I can take you down? Wow, that's deep right there, Spider. That is deep right there.
That's like, what I do.
It's not unreasonable.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, we've seen it before. The Joker does not want to know Batman's identity, and when he finds out Batman's identity, you know, it's like he doesn't want anyone else to kill him but him.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense if that's the case. Will that be the case? May 19th.
May 19th, we'll have to find out. But let us know in the comments what you think about this new trailer for Fast 10. And what are your thoughts? What are your hopes? What do you hope to see in the new movie? But leave us a comment below if you want to. But remember, if you like the video, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes that come out. If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on any of your favorite major podcast streaming platforms. And if you want to join in on the conversation, just tweet at us at ATSuperPod.
And we like reading the comments.
We like reading the comments.
I want to see more Brie Larson. Let her just get her on the spinoff. What? I'm just saying. She can go right there with Deckard Shaw and they can do some spy espionage shit.
What is her character's name? Let's see. Tess.
S what?
Tess.
Tess?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Oh. Michael Rooker's coming back in this one too. Where you go, your obligatory rap artist, Cardi B is going to be in it.
Of course she's in it. How could they not put her in it? She did such a good job last time. I hope they let her do the soundtrack.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Hey, give Cardi
I
her
don't
checks.
really know who. Like, I haven't really been paying attention to who's been doing the soundtracks the last few movies.
Let Ludacris and Cardi B do a song together.
Ludacris needs to come back on the scene, like for real.
He was writing children's books.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. I'm not gonna knock his hustle. If he found a new love and a new passion, then more power to him. You know what? You do you, Luda. It's just like
shout out Luda.
Luda's one of those rappers that never fell off. He just kind of one day just stopped.
Facts. The dude got mad skills.
He does. I see he got the cornrows back too.
I think he's gonna get the sideburns back too at some point. Bring the fangs back. May 19th. I'm ready. Fast 10.
Absolutely.
Don't kidnap children. It never works out.
It never works out right. It never works out for the villain.
Didn't Cypher kidnap his wife? Oh, not his wife, his baby mom?
Yeah. And his baby.
You know what? Let me say this about Toretto.
So this is the second time his son got kidnapped.
Huh?
I said it's the second time his son got kidnapped.
Yeah, right? It's starting to be a habit. He's the most forgiving guy in the history of movies. Like, there's no way I'm cool with you. He friended Shaw after he thought Han was dead.
Right.
He friended The Rock after you got chased all over Rio.
Right.
If he's working with Cypher, he friended Cypher after you kidnapped his baby mom and killed her.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
got her in cold blood.
This guy got a heart of gold. Don't cut him off in traffic, though.
But not only he befriended both of the Shaws.
Exactly.
Both of them came back. It's like Owen Shaw literally tried to kill you. Like he
stole your girl.
He was literally trying to kill you. Stole your wife.
And did relations with her.
And he was like, nah, you can come to the barbecue.
How crazy is that?
This man holds no grudge. He lives his life a quarter mile at a time. That's it.
Cares about nothing. Quarter mile. That's it. But cut him off in traffic, he'll hit you with a safe.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us. I hope you all get a chance to go out and see this new movie. It's going to be a great time. But until then,
leave with your comments in the comment. I mean, leave your thoughts in the comment section. What you think about the movie, or what your wild, crazy theories are.
Yeah, because you know we're going to be reviewing this when it comes out. May 19th will be here before you know it. But thank you so much for joining us. And until next time, we'll see you in the next episode.